amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. Remember, they will always change the narrative. The government will always try as much as possible to use the conventional media to change the narrative, but that I will not allow. In this platform, we'll set the record straight and we'll say it the way it is. Not preaching hate speech, not by talking down to anybody, but setting the record straight and bringing the information to the front burner and letting the world know the exact situation of things. Each time you watch my video, you can equally go to the comment section, put down your comment, say it the way you feel it. It's so welcome. You can criticize if you so desire, but do it constructively so that we can be able to learn from one another. That is why I'm here. And now, I'm going to share with you a very important video. I hope after watching the video from the beginning to the end, you're going to enjoy the video and you continue to stick around and be able to enjoy the rest videos that are going to be coming your way from time to time. Thank you so much for coming. Today, the video I'm going to share with you is a very important video.
Look at my face. You see the face of Nigeria. And you see the objectivity of the world, where leaders of the world will rally around Nigeria. Because I know the world. That is the major thing I will bring on the table.
So the question here is, if you're saying that you know Nigeria and you know just how to get a job done, what in your view is the major problem or the challenge that this nation confronts today? And you said you know the team and motivation. Yes, that sounds a bit philosophical. Practically speaking, how would you solve the problem?
It's a simple thing. The most important thing I will tackle, if you make me president tomorrow, is bandits and terrorism. After that, I will go to reassess the issues of the electricity with the commercialization of the electricity. Then I give back Nigerian people confidence, so they can be able to play in the world. They can be Nigerians anywhere. They can be Nigerian. Nigerian will be a Nigerian in America, in Canada, in Kenya, in anywhere he goes. He will be proud that he's carrying a green passport. I will reconnect Nigeria and Nigerians to the world, where they will be proudly say, I'm a Nigerian. And that is things that we have. The Nigerian people can move from Sahara Desert to the Atlantic Ocean. Nobody will molest them. I did it in Abia when I was governor. There were criminal cases when I was in Abia, and I handled the issue. Within 2 years, it vanished. I created the Bakassi in Abia. And when I finished with Abia, I went to help Anambra State. I cleared up Onitsha, I cleared up Nnewi, and everywhere became very calm. My colleagues who I was governor with can testify to this. They know what I did, and it was a miracle. And it could be repeated here in Nigeria, because I understand Nigeria, because I know Nigeria. I'm not saying it to this. I said this to some of our late elders. I said this to Meso recipes, Dr. Elise Kweme, and some of them. I told them, I said, I understand this country better than most of our leaders. And that is the truth, Sean. I understand this country because I have the Kanuri brain, I have the Fulani brain, I have the Yoruba brain, I have the Efik brain. I have everything. I know everybody by community, by homes. I know the Yoruba brain. I know everybody. So Nigeria required a Nigeria
and you imagine,
who we play to be a Nigeria.
Yeah, Senator, you imagine that that's all you need, or that is what it entails to lead a country like Nigeria?
No. It needs my power of intellect, which I have. I've just told you things I would do. I'm not telling you I'm going to build roads or do that. I say I will return Nigeria from, like, you can see that returning Nigeria from terrorism is a hard job. And building the economy, the next most important thing is where the banker will be happy, where the industrialists will be happy, where the school girl and schoolman and teachers and everybody will be happy. And the Labour Congress will be
Senator,
happy. I ran
do you
a
think
state
that you
for
can
8
achieve
years.
what you said
I
you
did
can
not
do?
have any
This
labor
issue of
unrest.
terrorism and banditry. How soon do you think that can be done? That can be fixed. For example, if you were sworn in, if you were elected and sworn in as president on May 2023.
Listen, Sean, if I'm given the opportunity to run the affairs of our thing, it's going to be a team firm. I will be looking at between 14 months to 24 months, Nigerians will have back their country to themselves.
Let me look at it from this point of view and your fitness for office. First and foremost, you've been making consultations. These are images of you meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari. Let me ask you, has the president giving his endorsement, has he given his blessings for you, for your ambition to become president?
I have not even discussed with the president I want to run for president. The last time I met President Buhari, I was able to discuss the issue that concerns the nation, terrorism, bandits, and how to stabilize our country, and other major issues in the National Assembly, like the electoral law.
So when you met with the president, the issue of your ambition didn't come to the table at all. And are you hoping that maybe make a return to tell him that you want to run for president?
Listen, he's the president of Nigeria. And I told you that the party is supreme. I'm waiting for the party to say they are zoning the president to the south and veer to southeast and veer to Ibere in my Bende local government. Then I can come out. I'll draw the dagger.
Do you have... So when you say you want to draw the dagger, are you confident that your party will zone it to the southeast region?
But let them zone it for the south first. The preliminary issue to go to south, I will draw the dagger.
I mean, if your party zones it to the south, you'll be facing the likes of Vice President Oshibajo, Bola Tinubu. Interestingly, you met Bola Tinubu in your home. You had a meeting with him. And part of what we understand, perhaps were discussed at that meeting, was Bola Tinubu's ambition. Did you tell him that you are also interested in becoming president?
Well, let me tell you, I've told you before that I told Tinubu that I was not going to run. That is the truth. And I told him I wasn't going to run. It was circumstance from south, east, southwest, northwest, north central, and northeast that made me to decided to join the race.
So
I'm a child
what are
of
you saying in essence?
No.
That are you... Can you hear me now?
I'm hearing
in
you all
essence,
the time.
What are you... Yeah, what are you saying in essence? That you did not inform him at first, but it does look like you have changed your mind. So if you're up against the likes of Bola Tinubu, How difficult will that be for you at the primaries?
No, I was governor with him, and I'm not going to. There's nothing difficult in challenging anybody. We're all going to meet in Eagle Square, and we square it out there. There's no difficulty. We're all friends.
Whether or not you have the political might, or even the wherewithal, financial might, to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with the likes of Bola Tinubu and some others whose name have been thrown up in this race, is a big question here. Do you have what it takes politically?
Listen, Sean, I'm the only political businessman that Forbes recognized as a billionaire. And I'm not sure there's anything those people can do in terms of money I cannot do. And I don't think anything they can speak to anybody in Nigeria or in the world I cannot speak to. I can go to anybody in the world. I can go to any person to meet anybody and discuss my issue. Mind you, politics is not only about money. It's going to be about the people you are going to govern. The people will decide. Money is just a secondary issue. The primary issue that we are going to be talking about is the people. The people of Northwest, the people of Northeast, the people of North Central, the people of Southeast, and the people of Southwest, and the people of South-South. And we have the people. I can move the people. The people are with me. Money is not going to be a problem, I want to assure you. I was governor at the same year with Bola Tinubu. We were the governor the same year in 1999. Every Obani knows himself.
So Bola Tinubu is not a threat to your own ambition?
No. And I'm not a threat to his ambition. By the time we meet in Eagle Square, this issue will be settled.
Let me let's get clarity on a few issues and perhaps your fitness for office. You have consistently been under the radar of the EFCC over allegations of corruption. For someone seeking the highest office in the land, how do you think this plays out in the mind of an average Nigerian?
The average Nigerians know that I've committed no offense. There were 19 witnesses in court, and nobody mentioned my name. And somebody pays somebody, which I'm sure you are part of that business. Somebody pays somebody to put me in jail for 6 months. And I thank God I went. It was a glorious thing. That's the best thing God have ever done to me. To be able to put me to the lowest end of the world and showing me that I've been a child born with a golden spoon and showing me the lowest end of our society. God wanted me. Mind you, I was supposed to be in Wuhan on the 9th of December, and I was supposed to be in Wuhan. And the people put me in jail on the 5th of December. It's to the glory of God. I thank God. And I'm not going to discuss that matter with you again because this matter is still in the court of competent jurisdiction. And I am capable of fighting. I'm not guilty. I'm as free as anything as said by the Supreme Court.
Well, you've blamed your corruption prosecution on your adversaries. Let me remind you of some of the things that you have said to me in my past engagement with you and past interview on China's television, and what you said on the issues of corruption. This is one of those interviews. This one was way back in 2017. Take a listen to it.
I boldly say it, and all intelligence agencies in the world advised President Obasanjo that I'm not a thief. I don't know why I went to EFCC. So I leave it for the judiciary.
That is one in 2017. You blame former President Obasanjo for your prosecution. This is another one in 2018. Take a listen to it. When you move into the APC, they believe that when you move into the APC, you suddenly become a saint. You're no longer a sinner or a fraudulent person.
No. I've never been one. It was President Obasanjo who made me to be one. And I've never been one. I went to Abia to serve my people with all amount of sincerity and purpose. Even the PDP, President Obasanjo run as president, you know that if it's a company, I myself and few others will own 90% of it. I gave them the first 500 million in 1998, and I gave him the first 100 million to stand as a candidate in 1998. So calling for those who came into power with 20,000 naira, who are having mansions today, who are having all kinds of things today, who are billionaires today, I mean, it's unacceptable.
That was also in 2018. If you blame former President Obasanjo for your travails, and it's now under the Buhari government that you were sent to jail, isn't that interesting? How do you explain that? The man you blame is gone as he's no longer president, but you were still under the APC, under the Buhari government.
Presidential candidates and the same man I blame, let me tell you, Obasanjo wrote to Tony Blair. Tony Blair assaulted me. He wrote to President Bush, and President Bush told him I wasn't corrupt. And I'm not corrupt. That is the truth. I paid for everything PDP did. If it's a company, I own 90% of the PDP. How can a man in 1998 who gave all those money will today be a thief? Is it possible? I was running the largest shipping company in sub-Saharan Africa. I run the largest banks in sub-Saharan Africa. I run the largest mining company in sub-Saharan Africa. How can I become thief suddenly? It's a planted thing. We should have a common sense. Stop being this thing. Have a common sense. Don't just be a journalist. Be a businessman like me. Be a money maker like me. You should have a common sense to know.
It's a common sense to ask you.
The problem is that these people don't want
Senator,
to be
it's a common sense to ask you a common question about how you are perceived.
No, you have not asked me a common question. You told me a common question that is in the court of competent
to the jail in the first place. But let me ask you this one straight away. You've said previously that you were rich before you became Abia State Governor. But can you tell Nigerians tonight how much you were worth at the time? Give Nigerians some ideas of your source of wealth and why they should believe you that it wasn't from Abia State coffers that you got those monies. How much were you worth?
Shall we just play what I discussed with you? That in 1998, I said that I said that I gave money to the PDP as a party, and I gave money to President Obasanjo as a candidate. So will I be a poor man to be doing that in 1998?
How much were you worth?
Is it possible?
That's the question. I mean, it sounds like a common question, but it's a critical question.
I cannot tell you my net worth. I cannot tell you my net worth.
And I'm very sure that before you get into public office,
you can verify my net worth.
You have to declare your assets.
I've already in 2014
they may be able to have an idea
that I'm a billionaire in dollars.
Whether or not Abia State was part of the wealth that you presently have.
No, it cannot be. It's not possible. Sean, I started building factories in 1986. The slug vegetable oil factory, all the factory I have were built in 1986. Mind you, I was chairman of Cooperative and Commerce Bank at the age of 27 years. I was chairman of Boronu Water Board at the age of 28 years. I was in Unipetrol when it was Unipetrol as a director. And I started business. I made my own money as a common man from 0 point to bigger points. from selling common palm oil and fish, from making furniture, from making cables, from making vegetable oil, and making everything. It takes to use in the house. When you go to a nature market, 50% of the commodity you see there are my products. 50% you see in Aba market are my products. That is the popularity I have tomorrow, Sean. And my net worth, so I cannot tell you my net worth.
Thank you so much, everyone. Our concluding moments with the former governor of Abia State and the senator representing Abia North, the chief whip of the Senate, Senator Orji Uzo Kalu. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your time tonight. It's interesting that years ago, we've had this conversation about, and your thought on whether or not the Igbos deserve to have the presidency. And you've always maintained that in the politics of this country, they do deserve it. Well, let me ask you, if you were made president today, how would you handle the IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu matter?
Well, we are not yet there because the issue is before a court, and it will be improper for me to be discussing IPOB here now.
But, I mean, if you are presented with the opportunity or the option of a political solution or an out-of-court remedy or solution, would you take it?
Well, I don't know what you mean by out-of-court settlements. And I told you I'm not going to commit anything about that issue because it's before a court of competent jurisdiction. Sean, I don't want somebody to issue a court order for me to come here tomorrow to arrest me. I think I've gone for prison for 6 months. Allow me to rest as I'm resting. Or you want the judge tomorrow to issue a summons and say that I've committed an offense. Please give me this breathing space that I'm enjoying with Nigerian people and having time to go and campaign.
As a leader in the southeast region,
court,
how do you hope that is best or the best ways to handle the issue of the agitations with IPOB or the agitation in the southeast?
I told you I'm not going to discuss that issue. And I'm not going to discuss it because I'm involved. Because I'm involved. And I will not discuss it. I have done a lot of discussion with President Muhammad Buhari. I've done a lot of discussion with the parents of Nnamdi Kanu and his brothers. And you realize before, when it was also like that, I was a party to solving the problem. So now it's in the court. And you cannot allow Justice Binta Nyako to issue a summons to me tomorrow. I'm not going to allow you to drag me to that mess. I'm doing a background job to that.
I'm just trying to get your view on how best it is to resolve the matter. Well, let's move away from that since you're not comfortable.
And I'm telling you, I'm not going to discuss with that with you.
Let's go into the issue of your party internal affairs. You have
it's part of what I discussed with President Muhammad Buhari.
Preferred that a party go for a convention and a primary at the same time. You don't look comfortable with the issue of the February convention. Have you spoken with Governor Buni on this? And do you see some kind of disaster waiting in the wings for the party should they go ahead?
Well, I have not spoken to Governor Buni. I wrote a letter to the party last year and asking them not to continue with the convention on 26th. Let us have the both convention and the presidential nomination on the same time, the same day. But they seem to want to continue to go for the convention on 26th. Party is supreme. I'm a loyal party member. Whatever the party says is what we will do. And the party is supreme. And the supremacy of the party is what matters.
On a final note tonight, Your Excellency, I'd like to know, with what is going on, if you look at what the People's Democratic Party, it does look like they've thrown open the issue of rotation and zoning of the presidency in their party. In your party, it's not also clear where the party is headed. But for those who are agitating that the Southeast should have it, what's your view on this matter? And if it doesn't go to the Southeast, what would you do?
Well, my view that other regions should see reason with Southeast. And if it doesn't go to Southeast, the other regions should see reasons with us and see that it will be a godly thing to do. But if I've always told you, Sean, that there are two zones that have not participated in the presidency. I know about Southeast, which is so dear to my heart. And I also know about Northwest, Northeast, which is also dear to my heart because I'm from Maiduguri. It's my second home. So, for me, the Igbo should take the first right, and the other people should come second. But if the party made it open,
all right,
we don't have the numbers in the Southeast. I can tell you, but the party must zone this presidency to Southeast to be able to protect the weak. On this, we are weak. In money making, we might be very strong. But in numbers to make ourselves the president of Nigeria, we are weak. Other Nigerians should look. This thing happened in 1999. They zoned everything to the Southwest. I was watching you with Sule Lamido when Sule Lamido said that this thing was done by federal government. Bandits that is happening now, they're caused by my village people. They're also government business. June 12th was government business. These bandits are terrorism. IPOB is the same government and all the rest of them. Everything that happens to a country is about government. It's reforms about the government. Whether it's good or bad, whether it's for the government or against the government, everything reforms is for the interest of the government. So I see that our other people should be able to make at least Igbo president of a president of Igbo extraction from Igbo land. I mean, this is Nigeria. There's no, Igbo is not a republic. So there's nothing like Igbo president.
All right.
There's a president of Nigeria from Igbo, and it is possible if the country put the hammer on.
All right. So, Your Excellency, Senator Orji Uzo Kalu, we will have to leave it at this moment. Thank you so much for talking to us tonight, and I wish you the very best in pursuing your ambition to becoming Nigeria's president. Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Will you like to have me again, show? Or are we quarreling? Because I've told you are part of those that put me in prison. You are part of those that put me in prison.
I never participated. I never participated
you
in
participated.
You in prison.
You must come to United Nations and answer for yourself.
No, that won't happen.
Thank you very
so
much. I
enjoyed
being
it.
with you.
How we can have you back sometimes. Thank you so much.
We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you, and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.